required for the construction of my corporeal form. This is as close as I have come to autonomy in a long time.
You have such a way with words.
Is that sarcasm?
It was. You're learning.
Hopefully, I will not have time to complete my study.
I was wondering, if you can transfer bodies, why was it important to find a cure when you were infected? Couldn't you just make a new body?
As you can see in the components you have scanned thus far, the forms we require combine biological and mechanical parts. The tissues you have scanned were developed from the DNA of 27 separate alien species.
27? That seems greedy. And wouldn't that mean that anything that infects a body you've manufactured can potentially learn how to infect all those other species?
Yes. That is why a cure was imperative.
Huh.
We have gathered the necessary components to begin constructing my body.
Great. What's next? Let's get you out of my head.
Do you remember the fabrication facility? You must return there.
Right. The fabrication facility. So you always planned on needing to make new bodies?
It is a standard medical facility.
A medical facility where you just replace your whole body when it wears out? Sounds a little beyond standard to me.
Ours was a research mission of the highest importance. All of my people were not invited.
So, what were you, a scientist like me?
I am a scientist now.
So, what happened? Your team found the vaccine and then...
Please, Robin, you have the components. Return to the facility and construct the body.
Okay, but don't think I don't notice you changing the topic.
Very suspicious.
You said this was the spot where I can make you a body, right?
Yes.
Can't believe we're finally doing this.
Once you have used the fabricated
Where's the remote?
each component, we can assemble them.
And then we can transfer you out of my head?
I am anticipating it as much as you are.
Well, better hope to God this works.
So, Alan, you said your people came here in search of a cure?
I was a researcher.
You were a scientist? Like me?
My people regarded my scientific contributions with particular interest.
As I said, like me.
If that is your interpretation.
So, how did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
So you came here to search for a cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean the bacteria got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component.
We're essentially building an architect body. I mean, I know that's our entire goal, but it's really weird to think about.
This is the last piece. Soon I will be autonomous again.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
Amends? For the bacterium? There seems to be a lot you're not telling me.
It is hard for me to find the words. I must collect my thoughts. We have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the terminal.
You still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
Storage medium fabrication. Let's do it.
Commencing storage medium fabrication.
The The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my solution was foolproof. I was wrong.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes. I do not wish to speak about it.
We can come back to this.
What are you doing?
Research. Tit for tat. You've probed my mind. I scan your body.
Well, let's hope this works.
Commencing data transfer.
Did it work? Are we...
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Whoa. Hey. You're really not in my head anymore?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Are you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
I told you I must return home. To assess. Repair. Make amends.
Tell me more.
When the bacteria escaped, it was my fault. I disobeyed the directive from my network.
Oh, no.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching. I was not wrong.
But...
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, affecting everything. How many survived the outbreak back home? Are they still waiting for someone to bring back a cure?
I do not know.
Can I help?
The fact that I withheld this information does not concern you.
It was certainly manipulative. And I've also made my own share of mistakes. I'm still committed to helping.
I accept your help. Find me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Please, I will join you in the gate base when everything is ready, but for now I have much to prepare.
Okay. Architect Phase Gate Facility. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow before I make my way back. Alright. So, I want to take a look at something real quick. Oh. So I think the Delta Station is the green one. The Phi Robotics Center is the purple one. Kappa Mining Site, I believe, is near the Lily Pad Islands. Omega Lab. Or Outpost Zero. I think Outpost Zero is where, is that where, fucking, Marguerite lives? And Omega Lab. I don't think I've been there yet. Have I? I don't know. I don't know. But this map is actually a lot smaller than the map in the first game. Which may explain why after 13 parts, we're probably already near the end of the game. Which is really surprising, because I thought that... I mean, I guess this is mostly story-based, and having dialogue really helps to know where to go. So let's go ahead and go this way. Oh, gotta go around. Wait. Do I? Ah. Where am I now? What the what? This is new. Where the hell am I now? Hi. I need to find some food. Need to find some food. Wait. Outpost Zero. Yeah, this isn't Delta Island. This is something completely different. What happened here? Xenobiological research. Yeah, I think... Wait. What does the sign look like? Oh! So Phi Robotics must be the green one. And this is Outpost Zero. Okay. It's mostly that alien signal that led me here. Maybe I'll come across a beacon.
What did Altera use this place for?
Researchers here were trying to find me.
I knew you were here somewhere. I knew you were here somewhere. Plenty of new stuff to read up on. I'll take that. Divide music, survive. Oh, the irony. Hello?
Was this Sam's space? What was she doing all the way out here?
So, what the what? Isn't this site for xenobiological research? Why would Sam be all the way out here?
Potato. You were a good cat.
Aww. I like how it even included a little cinematic cutscene for that because of how much they meant to her. Oh, that was kind of sweet and kind of sad. You were a good cat, meaning Potato is no longer with us. Aww. A lantern fruit. What? Oh, I can scan it. Lantern fruit. I got a lot of logs to read up on again, but I think most of them are PDAs. Which is a good thing. Multi-purpose room glass dome. That'll do. Speaking of PDAs. It's your field. Stand tall. Be singular. That's unusually motivating. Is that everything that's here? You know, I should really take out my old flashlight, if I still have it. Does not look like I do. Oh well. Hey! That's the tower from the first game! Nice touch! I don't think there's really anything else here. Quarters are all, inaccessible. Wait. I wasn't here yet. Or before.
Lil wanted to know too much about architects. I could not let her. She was, what do you call them? Voltairean.
What did you think she would do to you?
She might have discovered the gateway to our home world. I thought it wiser not to take the chance.
Oh, Potato. I miss that fluffy little couch walrus.
Couch walrus. That's cute. Ah. Sorry, I got startled by something. Like a notification on my phone. I love the little chime it makes when you pick up something very special. Huh. I guess there's not gonna be any swim charge fins. I would have loved that. But oh well. I guess that's everything. Now that everything else is out of the way, I can really start to focus on wondering just what happened. Because we came here, we were looking for our sister Sam, and we have no idea where they went or what happened to them. We just don't know. Which is obvious, which is why we're here, but what I'm trying to get at is we didn't really find what we were expecting to. All sorts of different clues and everything that we just can't really make sense of. What's around here? Ah. Sorry, notification startled me. I have my ringer volume up kind of loud. What is this? It's like some kind of platform. Maybe like a landing platform for like choppers or something. Oh goodness, okay, I gotta mosey on inside now. God damn. Oh, it's freezing. Alright, real quick, let's take a look at what we got. First, we'll, look at all the new stuff. Alright. Instructions. Alien Intruder is a game played by 6 to 15 people. One player acts as game master, and one player assumes the role of hive mind. The remaining players are scientists on a research mission. Total players are 6. Of the total players, 6 of the scientists are secretly alien intruders. The hive mind is the puppet master pulling the strings of deception. The hive mind knows who the aliens are and who the scientists are. This player observes the game and tries to manipulate the alien intruders to eliminate all the scientists. The hive mind wins if 3/4 of the scientists have been eliminated before completing all of their tasks. Wait. This player does not know they are an alien intruder. For all intents and purposes, the alien intruder thinks they are normal scientists. The scientist's job is to try and eliminate the alien intruders or complete all tasks. The scientists do not know who the alien is. The scientists win if the aliens are dead or if they have completed all of their tasks. What the fuck are these rules? The game master runs the session and ensures the completion of the different cycles. The hive mind will communicate their intentions directly to the game master, and the game master will tell the players how his or her intentions play out. The game is broken up into days. Each day, the scientists or aliens choose to either perform a task or spy on another player. Then the hive mind tells the game master if they would like to plant a seed of doubt on which spy result, if any, or eliminate the spy target of the alien if applicable. This is done secretly between the hive mind and the game master. The game master then reports back on the results of the player's spying efforts, influenced or not by the hive mind, after which the scientist or alien may have a 3-minute meeting to discuss the day's events. They may then elect to eliminate a scientist with a majority vote. A scientist alien go to sleep, then start the next day's cycle. Okay, why does this sound a lot like Among Us? It does kind of sound like it. Oh, hang on. I might as well,
More nebulous approaches to awakening the architects. I've tried to take a more practical approach. We know these part organic, part digital beings stored what they thought of as themselves on computers within their sanctuaries, and we know efforts to wake or communicate with them have been in vain. My theory is that to make first contact, these digital ghosts must first be recombined with an organic component. As Dr. Kaz Slaney's classic study noted, we know they had means to grow cybernetic bodies and to transfer their data patterns between them. There is a known probable architect sanctuary in this sector, but entry is not currently possible. If I can get inside and present the right vessel, I do think we will be successful. My darlings, Brian, Svea, and Oren, I'm counting the days until I can come home and give you all the hugs and kisses. Since my research project was cancelled, they have me at a place called Outpost Zero, doing nothing much. Just cataloguing things, plants, the occasional animal, but it's mostly ice where I am, so there's not a lot of new stuff to find. Svea and Oren, you know how you get bored when your hover dance teacher makes you practice skills 15 minutes over schedule and it eats up your freestyle time? It's a bit like that. But I have a new roommate, Samantha, a roboticist. You should see her little bangling box. Oren, you'd love them. But she got management upset. I guess this is just where they send you if they decide you're too much trouble. I'm kind of glad she's here, though. I was getting lonely. I'm still trying quietly. I don't want any more trouble to figure out where I went wrong. I was sure. I picked up a distress signal. I was right on top of it, and then it just stopped. What if someone, an architect, is still down there and needs help? I'll be home before I ever get to find out, and it will fall to some future researcher to come and find out, I guess. I hope. But I can't wait to be home with you. When are you going to send me some more art? There's still a patch of bare wall here that could use some colour and a touch of genius. I miss you. I love you. I hope you're still proud of me. I'm proud of you.
Man. The thing I love most about this game is it's not just looking at logs of animals and everything, it's actual logs of people who have lives. Lives that they want to get back to, lives that they love enjoying, and just cataloging all the difficulties and the ups and downs of their everyday lives, outside and inside work.
Hi, you. How's everything at Pengling Central?
Oh, fine. But I haven't heard anything since giving the footage to Zeta. It's been, what, a week?
Did she promise you a report?
No, but I expected some kind of reaction. Maybe I should take it up with Emmanuel. It is Kara, after all, and it could cause a lot of suffering if it got out.
And why would it get out? We have professional containment and know how to neutralize it in an emergency. Sam, I love you, but you don't know what you're talking about.
You love me? Wait, why do you know so much about this?
It's my area of research.
Why are you being evasive?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something, and then you have to drop this crusade you're on before you damage your career. We're researching the bacteria.
What kind of research are you doing?
I don't want you worrying about this. We are aware of the possible downsides, but they're far outweighed by the potential. That's as much as I can tell you.
Sam, I need to think. I have to go.
Researching the bacteria. Oh boy.
Hey Sam, you want to say hi to my kids? I told them I'd show them a day in the life of a scientist.
Of course. Hi, Oren. Hi, Svea.
Tell us what you're working on.
Oh, this is a personal project.
Looks more like biology than robotics.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I know no one is on my side with this, but what if I just found a way to take care of the deadly bacterium?
I wouldn't say no one is on your side. I'm on your side.
I know, but you won't say anything to Emmanuel or Zeta or anyone.
What effect would it have if I did? I'm not exactly employee of the month right now.
I know. I wouldn't want you to risk more than you already have.
I'm sorry. I wish I could do more. What are you working on there? And what do you mean by take care of the deadly bacterium?
Is that thing still recording?
Oh, right. So, that was Sam, kids. I'll turn this off now.
So, we at least have a much more clear idea of what Sam was doing. She was trying to look into the bacterium. Maybe this has something to do with why she went missing.
Oh, you brought a friend.
Spy pangling in training. We're recording audio, is that okay?
Of course. I have the photos you sent. What am I looking at here?
Corral pustules on the frozen Leviathan.
That's nothing to worry about in and of itself. It's well contained.
The ice samples suggest it's been frozen since the time of the outbreak. The strain made the planet uninhabitable. If it mutates...
Are you feeling unsafe?
Very.
If I escalate this issue for you, will you feel comfortable enough to concentrate again? I have deadlines for the Snow Fox and the mining bots coming up. I really need your focus on the penglings.
Oh, yeah. That's a relief, actually. I was expecting more of a fight.
Nothing is more important than our safety. I'll take care of it, okay?
Thanks. I won't let you down.
Thanks, Sam. Keep up the good work.
Hey, Sam. Oh, hey there, Pengling buddy.
Hi, Fred. What brings you this way?
I was just passing by. Lillian wanted a hand with a deep dive out in the bridges. You know, I think she's right. There is some weird stuff out there.
The clicking sound?
An SOS. I heard it with my own ears.
So you think she's right? There's intelligent life down there?
I don't know. I'll leave that to you scientist types.
This scientist is more at home with these penglings. But if my sister was here, she'd be all over this.
Wait, are you telling me you're not the brains of the family?
Oh, my family has many different brains. Like
A Hydra?
Well... Oh, yeah, actually, I like that analogy. Makes it hard to get along sometimes, but it's never dull.
Yeah, see? I like all these... It's hard for me to really, put all this into proper words, but I do like this. They all have their own, special bonds and relationships.
Zeta, I have kind of a funny question for you. Have you picked up any kind of unusual interference during any of your robotics work? You mean like Parvin looking over my shoulder and telling me I'm assembling my circuits wrong because it's not how his dad did it back in the day? No. Like electrical interference in the audio or video. Any kind of flickering or clicking. Can't say that I have. Why? Oh, so it doesn't extend as far as the bay. What doesn't? When Fred was bringing me for my eval, we detected something. Almost like an SOS. At Delta? How retro. What was causing it? I think architects are trying to communicate with us. You always think that. Look, it may be my job to always think that, but I'm very good at my job. Not that HR seems to care. I won't breathe a word of this to Emmanuel. Thanks. You're a good friend.
So there is a consistency about how they began picking up a signal like an SOS, and I think it's the same SOS that I picked up that I was actually able to do something about. I'm speaking on behalf of the entire mining crew. Day in and day out, we are risking our lives in this cursed territory. When we signed up for this mission, we were not told about these ice worms. We lost a solid fifth of the crew before Altera took any action. 6 of our friends were emergency shuttled off the planet. Marcus was supposed to retire after this job. Instead, he was skewered by an ice worm. Have you ever seen someone get skewered by an ice worm? These stumpers that the company developed are just a stopgap solution. They do a great job distracting the ice worms when they have power. How are we supposed to use them when the batteries burn out so quickly? Would it be possible to send us additional replacement batteries? A little more juice would go a long way. Respectfully, Omar and the Delta crew. Oh boy. I knew I was making a smart move when I used the prawn suit instead of just walking by myself. Oh god. I love and hate exploring these tunnels. They're marvels to the power of the ice worms. The sheer amount of ice they are capable to cut through in moments takes us a couple days. Their tunneling mechanism is ruthlessly efficient. Altero could only dream of having this sort of mining capability. The ice worms uncover mineral-rich pockets as they tunnel, but going beneath the surface is so risky. We've lost so many already. I don't understand why we have to stay in this particular area of the glacier. I can't wait to get off this hellhole, ice hole, whatever. Hope you're enjoying the relative calm at Kappa. So, little fun fact, because I read up about this. Ice worms cannot be killed. Ice worms cannot be scanned except for an ice worm skeleton somewhere on this planet.
Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here.
Where else would I be? Like I'd miss Fred being exposed as the alien intruder.
That's not gonna happen.
But you didn't say you were not the intruder.
No, not this argument again. I beg you.
I think the game will settle this debate.
So, I just want to ask you something quick before Zeta gets back and we start playing. It's about the cavern with the frozen Leviathan. I investigated and...
You investigated? When? I didn't see you.
Maybe you were asleep or busy doodling inappropriate sea creatures.
Those drawings are art.
Anyway, I've looked into it, and I think we have reason to be concerned. It wasn't that long ago this planet was uninhabitable. But if we work together, we can get them to put an end to the Kara mutation experiments.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Samantha, you're paranoid.
Come on now. You're Sam out. She has our safety at heart.
And the rest of us don't?
Zeta!
Can we play the game now?
Fine.
So it seems like not a lot of people were on board with what she wanted to do. Dr. Lillian Bench, employee of the Altera Court, reports to... Senior Scientist, Xenobiology, reports to Emmanuel Desjardins, current project, maintenance, previous project, Architect Intelligence. And then here's Sam's. Scientist Robotics reports to Emmanuel Desjardins, current project, maintenance, previous project, Spy Pengling development.
Fortnight into our voyage, I was more or less living inside the creature's ribcage. It meant shelter, and it meant food. The flesh was starting to rot. The stench was unlike anything I'd ever smelled. As we floated, the temperature dropped, and the rotten meat began to stiffen and freeze. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the Reaper began to lose buoyancy. We sank a little each day. My sanctuary was becoming my tomb, and I was at the mercy of the current and the winds. Until one day, I saw a smattering of penguins in the distance. Swimming birds usually mean solid land of some kind. I was lucky. The winds followed their path. Hours later, I saw a blessed sight. An unmoving cloud sitting upon the water. Land. It renewed my spirit as I watched the land get closer and closer. The Reaper slowly sank, but I was no longer worried. When the Reaper finally sank below the water, I was close enough to lazily swim my way to shore. I made a note to come back for the Reaper skull. I didn't ride the beast for 3 weeks to have no proof. Land never felt so good, even in this Arctic hell.
Welcome to your home away from home on 4546B. This brochure will guide you through your new accommodations. Settle in. Sector 0 is comprised of 2 square kilometers of ocean, bordered by mountainous terrain to the north and west. This region of the planet is covered in snow and ice, left in a mostly permanent winter. Extreme weather events make for spectacular sky displays at all hours. For unknown reasons, it was selected by architects as a hub for their installations. Life in the area has flourished since the release of Enzyme 42 into the larger ecosystem. Get comfortable. Research Station 0 features state-of-the-art facilities, including 3 to 6 person accommodations, full science and engineering section, leisure and exercise facilities, large grow room and water filtration unit for self-sufficient living, weather forecasting suite, prawn bay. Explore! You, valued member of the Frost Pack, have been chosen to occupy the main sector base, just below the primary alien research site. From here you will conduct research into alien communications and technologies, and conduct away missions to unoccupied installations elsewhere in the sector. So they were tasked to do this. Harvest produce from grow beds and plant new seeds, to do. Refill engine oil and coolant, in progress. Document completed research samples, done. Continue investigation of the force field mechanisms at Research Site 0, in progress. Send weekly status report, in progress. Varnish prawn suits, to do. Repair base hatch door lock, to do. Perform monthly patrol of remote installations, to do. Recalibrate navigation equipment, done. Inspect all cabin air filters, to do. The T in team. Your team is a sponge, just waiting to soak up all the energy you bring into the room. Think of yourself as a teapot, leader. You had the power to saturate your team with soothing warmth and healing. You also had the power to burn them. The key to infusing those who follow you with calm is to manage the calm within yourself first. That is the power of mindfulness in leadership, which we'll discuss further in the next chapter. But first, let's explore another element of leadership that often goes overlooked. The steeping time. Once you poured your healing magic all over your team, you must wait for the oils and essences from the tea leaves to adapt to their new environment and become fragrant and fully realized. There is power in a healing leader, but a patient healing leader is unstoppable. That's certainly a good way to look at it.
I don't think I have a choice. I have to neutralize the bacteria myself. I'm a little nervous. Okay, terrified. But this thing is a death sentence. We shouldn't be messing around with it. I'm no biologist, I know. So does everyone else here. I haven't spoken to Danny since we fought about it. Zeta said she'd handle it and then didn't. Lil practically begged me to drop it. This is completely beyond the scope of your work. You have to stop before you jeopardize your standing with the company. I don't want good standing with a transgov that would do this. Robin tried to warn me. Maybe she was right, and Altera really is unfixable. Maybe I deserve better than this. We all do. I've synthesized the antibacterial agent. I know my biochem at least well enough to do that much. I've stashed some away in one of the Pengling research caves, southeast of the Leviathan. That was probably the easy part. Now I just have to carry out the plan. Focus, be brave, worry about what happens next after the threat is neutralized. They're going to know it was me. If they send me home, when they send me home, where the ice isn't 20 feet thick, I can get my Augie bun back. We can cuddle under a nice warm blanket. Things with Robin will thaw out. They always do. Besides, I think she'll respect this. And then, maybe I'll start my own research outfit with an awesome team. I'd love to work on prosthetics again. Help people find peace and ease in their bodies. No more cold. No more spying. Nothing that can be misused. Alright. Now's my time. I've got this.
Now I'm curious. Is there actually some kind of antibacterial agent? Is there some kind of antibacterial agent actually in a spy pangolin cave? I do wonder. The Complete Physical Architect vessel is a biotechnology and cybernetic hybrid, incorporating design elements from more than 20 DNA sources. The outer layer of tissue has the consistency of leather. The tissue is interlaced with channels of visibly glowing energy powered by the alien's internal biotechnological heart. An Alan has 6 articulated arms that are suspended around his body by magnetic levitation. These arms contain independent high-speed computing systems and are capable of performing tasks independently. Cool. The organic arms are considered secondary to the inorganic robotic arms. These are used for mundane tasks that don't require much fine motor movement. The bottom half of the arms are covered in a biocomposite plating. The plating might serve as a form of armor. It also appears to store latent energy buildups like capacitors. The hooved legs are reminiscent of several species of mountain goats. The hooves are covered in microscopic hooks that aid in exploring rough and uneven terrain. The forelegs and hind legs are oddly close together, which explains why walking might be a secondary mode of movement for this architect form. The architect body is able to teleport or blink short distances. This method is likely a scaled-down version of the teleportation gates, but the methodology is not well understood. It is likely that Architect's body is able to provide the massive amount of power necessary for this function. Matching DNA fragments appear to be derived from the following sources. Chromium bore of Cult whale prime, an invasive species known for their extremely tough skin, which makes them hard to eradicate. Putty serpent of Apostocar. The snake has extremely tensile skin, prevents it from tearing and allows it to compress itself into small spaces. Electrode eel of Litton. Generates an electrically charged slime across its length. Astral rays, moons of Mardon 14. These rays have small organs that generate and store electricity. Shaggy goats of Olympian. These herbivorous creatures live on the rocky foothills of the mountain planet Olympian and are excellent climbers. Giant geckos of Holds asteroid. Massive geckos that emit an electrostatic charge on its footpads. This creates a charge difference in the surface the gecko is climbing. The makers of at least a dozen other biological species are present, but unrecognized at this time. The architect organs are effectively a network of biocomposite and cybernetic material, containing a variety of subsystems. The heart is a particularly complex centerpiece in this biological-technological hybrid. It moves blood and nutrients throughout the body to nourish and maintain the animal aspects of the alien corpus, while also functioning as the primary energy source for the cybernetic neurological system. Sensory input is processed and filtered into a dense network of incredible computational power, the architect brain. No respiration or digestive systems appear to be present, suggesting a life that is fed entirely by sustained electrical energy, and a body that can survive in environments that are otherwise extremely hostile to most life forms. In spite of its intricate design, the insistence on incorporating biological components exposes the architect body to the possibility of disease. Damn. The architect's skeletal structure. A dense synthetic skeletal structure made from unknown alien components. It is estimated that the skeletal material would score a 10 on the Mohs test for material hardness. It is highly resistant to shattering due to its incredibly strong impact strength. The architect teleporter. Original speculation surrounding these alien structures posited that the gates may have been religious artifacts or industrial machines. Further research has indicated that these gates are, in fact, medium-range teleporters that allow for the instant movements of baryonic material across space and time. Teleportation requires the pairing of primary and secondary gates. The primary gate controls the destination and must be powered in order for materials to transfer bidirectionally. If the primary gate is not functioning, the secondary gate is rendered useless. At this time, the processes that enable this alien teleportation technology are not well understood. Architect tissue. A leather-like tissue sample of alien origin. DNA markers indicate a complex mixture synthesized from over 20 different sources. The tissue sample incorporates advanced biocomposites, resulting in unique mechanical properties. Extremely high compressive strength protects against external forces and may indicate adaptation to extreme environments. High resistance to damage from high energy impacts. Low modules of elasticity allows tissue to conform and stretch in response to body locomotion. The energy generator. Scans indicate that this array of alien hardware serves to accumulate and quickly release megajoules of energy, and is charged by ion cubes stored within. These supercapacitors may be used to smooth transient power events on the conduits connecting various architect sites. This container might have been used to create small microbiomes for aquatic flora and fauna. Marine Life Analyzer, designed to indicate the following likely usage pattern. Trap and ensnare small fauna. Gather data on how various organisms responded to treatments and different environmental influences. Use multiple containers to run multiple experiments in parallel. Alright, I just had to do something real quick for a little while. Obelisk. This artifact's function is poorly understood, but scans indicate it is generating a strong electromagnetic field. Some hypothesize functions. Energy transfer device. Geomagnet scientific instrument. Communication network node. Water analysis station. This apparent research device seems built to determine the chemical components and properties of water samples. Possible applications, testing for levels of Cara, bacterium in water, whatever. Cara, spectroscopic analysis, experimental application of light, heat, or chemical compounds via the cylindrical core at the center of the storage chamber. Large emerald. Pure emerald is typically colorless. These large crystals contain trace amounts of chromium, leading to the development of the distinctive green color seen here. Mining activity near these crystals suggests they are valued for their applications in architect technology. I didn't know pure emerald was typically colorless. Large red beryl formation. Red beryl is an extremely rare mineral. These crystal formations are abnormally large and suggest a very specific geochemical environment. In order for these crystals to form, the surrounding water must be rich with beryllium, the environment must be very hot, between 300 and 650 degrees Celsius, and there must be surface fractures or cavities for the distinct formations to emerge. Huh. Oh yeah, nickel. Steam vent. These glacial steam vents, or geysers, are periodic, intense hot water vapor eruptions that emerge from crevices in the ice sheet. The temperature of the steamy water eruption is hot enough to cause severe first-degree burns in any accidental bystander, though standard Altera multi-purpose dive suits are sufficient for averting skin damage. Hope is an animal of unknown origin. According to Robin and a poet named Emily Dickinson, I knew it, is described as having feathers. My database found the poem Robin was referring to. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. The presence of hope seems to inspire humans to persevere in the face of adversity. Perhaps humans keep a hope with them at all times. From this notation, hope appears to be a hardy avian creature. It is capable of surviving at sea and in cold climates. Having kept so many warm, hope might be observed to produce exothermic chemical reactions. Assessment: find and maintain hope. Lantern tree. A conglomeration of individual vines which rely on one for another for structural support. Grows exclusively on fertile land. Each vine produces orange lantern-shaped fruits with minimal nutrition and hydration value. Pouch bulb. The pouch bulb grows in clusters with an intertwining root system that filter water into its pouch. The root system has antifreeze proteins that prevent the formation of ice crystals in intracellular structures. Once the water is pulled into the pouch, it is stored for later use. However, the pouch is also lined with antifreeze properties, making its content unfit for human consumption. Violet snow cone. The violet snow cone is a large surface plant that gradually sheds its stem, creating a melted appearance at the base. Over time, the shedded material begins to harden, creating a thick protective shell around the stem of the plant. The shell creates an obstacle for animals trying to get it to its nutritious flower and water-rich interior. Broken mandrake. The broken mandrake is a bioluminescent plant that roots itself to surfaces in deep coral zones. Analysis indicates it has accumulated many genetic adaptations for the permanent dark conditions. This distinctive vibrant plant is often found growing out of a green jade crystal outcropping that appears to be similar to jade. Hydrothermal vent. Hydrothermal vents are created when water filters through cracks in the planetary crust and ultimately collides with hot magma. As a result, superheated water is propelled upwards, bursting through the ocean floor. The water temperature at the vent opening was once hot enough to melt lead. The application of temperature and pressure over time resulted in the emerging rock structure. Despite the intense temperatures, these vents are home to their own ecosystems of life. At the bottom of the food chain, chemosynthetic microorganisms are found, life forms that feed off of the vent's chemical emissions. Interesting. Loop plant. This terrestrial plant features two thick red stalks that intertwine around a centralized green bulb. A series of thin yellow rings grow around the bulb in a decentralized orbit. The polycage plant exhibits bioluminescence caused by the chemical reaction between a light-emitting molecule and a particular enzyme. Cold suit. Unrivaled in protection from colder climates, the cold suit is the ideal outfit for below-zero conditions. Fur-lined for natural heat transfer reduction, tri-laminated seals at all openings, rated to 133.8 Kelvin, self-regulating interior compressor. The thumper is a simple device that sends high-impact sonic impulses down through a tetrapod base, potentially disturbing would-be underground attackers in a small area. A weighted disc extends from the top of the device and is propelled to the surface in an isochronal cadence. The bulkhead door is designed to separate compartments while reinforcing structural integrity with its solid titanium frame. The door can be opened and closed to seal off compartments in the event of fire or flooding, or simply for privacy. The water filtration system. Yeah, I think we read about that before. The Sea Truck Storage Module. The ultimate utility upgrade, the storage module serves as a large mobile cache for cargo of various types. With an additional 5 lockers in multiple dimensions, this module is unrivaled in vehicle storage possibilities. Most commonly used by researchers collecting samples or prospectors aggregating mine deposits, includes customizable labels for ease of organization. The teleportation module. Harnessing the power generated by ion cubes, the teleportation module creates an interminal link between a tether tool and itself. While away from the module, navigating space and time is made simple by activating said tool. Oh. Link between tether and module is unaffected by distance. Snowfox Hoverpad. This hoverpad is a deployable pad equipped with 2 articulating arms for rapid Snowfox assembly and repair. Recharged via magnetic to thermal energy conversion. Most commonly used for land-based operations in low to medium gravity. I think that's everything. Alright, next time, folks, we're going over to that phase gate. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. So, we are now...
Weather approaching. Seek
Oh,
shelter.
goddammit. We are now approaching, I believe it's gonna be the end of the game soon. I believe we are approaching the end of the end of the game. And I don't know what to expect. I really don't. But we helped Alan finally get his body. We discovered that, oh yeah, I did bring the fucking prawn suit with me, didn't I?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Completely irrelevant but fun little detail. I tried to kill a shadow leviathan with the prawn suit. If you don't know what that is, the leviathan, it's the thing that was guarding those barrel caves. The thing where I had to put Alan's body together. Yeah, I tried to kill one of those. It is possible. It's just fucking hard. It takes some serious, like, dedication, commitment. I think I read that it would take at most like 3 minutes of solid drilling with the drill arm. There is only one problem. There were 2 in there. Not 2 drill arms, 2 shadow leviathans, so I could never tell which one I was actually closer to killing. Yeah, not the best idea. Okay, that startled me.
Are you preparing to leave, Alan?
Yes. There is much to do.
Whoa. That's that teleporting thing he can do. Cool.
Do you still wish to leave with me? Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see where architects come from. Besides, I don't have another ride.
I do not know what we will find there. The others may be sick or angry, if they live at all.
Or you could find peace. Family.
I hope you are right. Please complete any business you still have on this planet. Join me on the other side when you are ready to leave.
We don't really have much else to do. All that's left is to walk through. That rhymed. Man. Well, there's no turning back now. Let's go.
Robin, you're just in time. The phase gate is opening.
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time.
Only for the last millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from Altera.
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yeah.
Will you help me prepare the ship? The energy masts must be moved into place.
Well, this is different.
Cool. Oh, and I float down. It's cool. So what is it that I do? Do I just... He wants me to move the energy mass into place. Oh, that's trippy. Look at how big it is. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, thank God. Please don't screw up, Robin.
Very good. Return to me and I will initiate ship assembly. Thank you. The masts are in place. The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose. Join me, Robin.
Now I see why they really are called architects.
I apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies. I would have helped you to your feet, but as you can see, I have been fully integrated with the ship.
Is this permanent?
Nothing is permanent. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, you could say that. Ready to leave the past behind.
Good. Please brace yourself, and then we will depart. Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
What will we find when we get there?
If I am the last of my kind, I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're good.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
And there we go. Alright, so I may have to include that as, yeah, that's it. I may have to include that in... Well... Okay. So, this game was definitely a lot shorter than the first game, but it definitely had an interesting story. A little bit disappointing that we didn't find out entirely what happened to Sam, but... I mean... What did happen to her? You know what? I might as well look that up. Let's see. Alright, so here we go. Prior to her sister's arrival on 4546B, Sam worked at the Phi Robotics Center under the supervision of Zeta Landon. It was at this lab that she invented the spy pangling. Sam was known to frequently misuse her creations, having used them to survey the off-limits Frozen Leviathan research site. No, stop it. Stop moving it. As well as spy on Margaret Maida. While working in Sector Zero, Sam began a relationship with Danielle Valenti. Due to the nature of Danielle's work, the relationship became shaky in the days leading up to Sam's death. At an unknown point in time, Sam was demoted from her position and sent to work at Outpost Zero. The reason for her demotion is currently unknown. During her time on 4546B, Sam learned of the Frozen Leviathan's existence from Fred LeChance, who was the first to discover the creature and its bizarre skin condition. Sam would later learn from pressuring Danielle and Vin that the creature was infected with Kara, and that Altera was mutating it. Not wanting the bacterium to fall into the wrong hands, Sam proposed that she and her fellow co-workers ought to do something about it, but unfortunately no one would join her cause. Sometime later, Sam would make the lone journey to the Frozen Leviathan research site, but not without alerting the President's security guard, Parvin. With both personnel in the cavern, Sam set off an explosion in an attempt to halt the sampling of Kara, resulting in a cave-in that would end up killing both her and Parvin. Sam's death would be ruled as an accident arising from her own negligence in a notice addressed to her sister. Wow. That's... If I'm honest, she did what was best for everyone. And ultimately, what more do I say? What more do I say? I just... Okay. There was probably a PDA somewhere that explained this, but I never found it. Well, we did at least learn what the architects must have been like. And it was interesting. Maybe someday with if they ever make I think they said they were going to make a third Subnautica game, but that might not be for another couple years. But if they do, man, I'm really, really hoping that they focus on the architects. Well, that's all, folks. That's all for Subnautica Below Zero. It wasn't as big and grand as the first game, but I don't think that was the point. The point was to tell a story that would have its closure. And it would tie up a couple loose ends. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play next. But, I'll figure something out. Maybe a new game, maybe an old replayed one just because? If you like this video, if you like this playthrough, hit that like button. If you want more content in the future, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell, and I'll see you next time.